Hi, thank you so much for checking out my cookie system. This is a really great way to make sure that all of your orders are organized. So I'm going to show you how to go through it. So when you first order it, you will see this view and you'll notice you can't do anything. You can't change anything. None of this works. So the first thing you have to do to make this your own is to copy the base. If you've already signed up for an Airtable account, you'll have your own account. It'll look like this. You do need to use Airtable to work the system, but Airtable is completely free up to 1,200 orders. Once you get over 1,200, they call them lines. We're calling them orders. You can then upgrade your system and pay $10 a month or whatever the fee is at the time of purchase. I believe it's $10 a month. Or you can simply save all of this and delete lines and do it all over again for free. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go into the base I sent you and push copy base in the right-hand corner. They're going to ask where you want to copy it. It makes no difference at all. You can call it something or not. So now you will have your own editable cookie order tracking system. So first, let's go over how the system works. So the first thing to know is that you'll see you have a master list here, a calendar view, and a bunch of other views that are all here. If I push this view button, it goes away, and now it comes back. I also have another tab up here, and this is going to just show cookies I've baked. So these are all not my photos. You will replace these with your own images. I do not own the rights to these images. This is just placeholder text. But what you can do is show your own photos here. So if you have a client that wants to see some example photos, you can easily find them. So to get started, I'll show you the different views. So the first view is a calendar view. This is a calendar, and you can see the client's name and the time and date it is due. If you need more information, just click on it, expand record, and now you can see all of the information about this order. If I move the order over, it now changes everything. So now it'll no longer say it is due on the 7th, but the 8th. I'm going to move that back for right now. So there are other ways to see your orders. You can go to all upcoming orders, and now you will see a list. These are all the orders that you have upcoming. Anything that is done will not be on this list. You can also go to all orders due in the next 2 weeks, and these are only orders that are going to be due in the next 15 days. Cookies to bake. This is where you'll put all of the cookies, and these are things that you need to start, or you've already made the dough. Once you've baked the cookies, these will transfer over to cookies to decorate. And now these will be here, so you now can see all the things that need to be decorated. I also have an orders waiting on payment system, as I've seen a lot of people have had issues tracking payments. So here's a great place to make sure you're getting paid. And these are people that are left paying. Once somebody pays you, you switch it to paid in full, and they disappear from this view. They'll now be on orders completed. So we'll put that back there, and now it is back in deposit paid. I also have a view for client contact information, so if you just need to quickly look something up. But in any view, if you're like, hey, what was this? What did Jane Doe want again? You can just click on expand right here, and the field is hidden, but I can see here, oh, she wanted 24 the office-themed retirement cookies, and here's my inspiration photo. These are all the cookie cutters I'll need, and these are the colors of icing I need to mix, and here's all the information. So I don't need to go into another view to see it. I can do that across the board. So to get started, the first thing you're going to want to do is you're probably going to want to delete these examples that I've created. So all of the work you will do is in this master list. The master list has all of the information going across. If there's something you don't need, you can get rid of it. You can click on it and just delete the field, and it'll be gone forever. Or if you just don't want to see it, you can click on it and click hide the field. And the information will still be there, but it won't be in your way. So to get started, I'm not going to delete these for right now, but you can delete them just by checking them off and pushing delete all selected records. And they'll all be gone for good. But I'm going to add somebody. So I push add, and we're going to add Sarah XYZ. This is our new client, new phone number, and her name is sarah@gmail.com. She lives at 123 Main Street, and she placed her order today. How many cookies is she ordering? She's just ordering one. And here is your notes section. So here I could put anything about it. So for example, if somebody had something specific, you could put that. You could put, just what the theme is, what they enjoy, their initials, the spelling of their name. So we're going to say that Sarah wants, Sarah wants pink and blue gender reveal cookies. Okay. If you had an inspiration photo, you could click here to add it, or you could just drag and drop it right there. You can also put cookie cutters you need, just so that you have an idea what you're going to need to get or what you have. So I put a bunch here already to get you started, but you can just add one in. So for these, we're going to need a tiered cake cookie cutter. And all I did was just push enter and it added a new one. And let's say we also want a heart shape. So you can push here, create a new one. So now I have a heart. These are new cookie cutters. And I also did one for the icing colors you need. And you can expand these to see them all if you want to, or you can click here, not that one, there, to see them all. Or my favorite way, of course, is just to go to this card view, and then when you scroll down, you can now see all of the cookie cutters and icing colors that you need. So there's lots of ways to do everything. Okay, so icing colors we need blue, we need pink, and let's do purple too just for fun, and maybe an accent gold. All right, when are these due? These are due, we're going to say Saturday at time, we'll go with 6:30 p.m. And we are charging her $100. It's a pretty expensive cookie. And we are going to wait on the payment because she hasn't paid this to us yet. We're waiting for it to enter our account. So we haven't started this yet. So that is how I would put it in. If there's information here you don't need, as I mentioned, you can simply just hide the field or delete it. If you're not dropping off cookies, you can get rid of client addresses, whatever you need. So this is a lot of information to put in. If you only want to put in a little bit, you can do that too. You don't need to fill the whole thing. But me putting Sarah in here automatically now adds her to our calendar. So look, there's Sarah's order due right there. And again, I click on this, I push expand record. Here's all the information we just inputted right on this calendar. I can go to orders due in next week, and there is our new Sarah because she is due in the next 2 weeks. All upcoming orders. She'll also be in cookies to bake because we need to bake these cookies. She will not be in cookies to decorate because they're not baked yet, so they don't need to be decorated yet. Orders waiting on payment. We're waiting on her to pay, and she's not completed, and her contact information is now here. So I have everything the way I want to see it. Again, with these, you can move them so you see them in any order, and you can delete them too. Go here, delete view. So don't crowd it, make it yours. So let's go back to Sarah's order. So Sarah's now an upcoming order, and we're waiting on her payment, but you know what? She just paid us. So she's now paid in full. and we decided to start. So the first thing we do is we're going to make the dough. So cookies to bake, we made the dough, so she's still here because we didn't bake it yet. So now we're going to say that we baked her cookies and she is no longer on this list. She now shows up on cookies to decorate. So we baked her cookies. The next step is we are mixing her colors. We still haven't decorated yet. And then we are going to decorate. So they're now in progress. So we're decorating them. So now I can come to this view whenever I want and see that I have Jane Doe, who I have icing colors mixed for, but I haven't decorated, and Sarah XYZ, who I have started to decorate. I can now change her to finished. Her job is done. She's no longer on this list, and I know that I only have Jane Doe to focus on. She is no longer on this all upcoming order list. So, and she is no longer on orders waiting on payment because we have said that she's paid. She now shows up on completed orders. So that is how you do it. I could add it to just one spot if I was in cookies to bake and I just added someone new, but this would be the only information that would show up. So I recommend doing all information in your master list. Now, this other section right here, cookies I've baked, again, you have a master list. So if you click on master list, you can now type in the type of cookie. You can put any notes you want about it and add as many photos as you'd like. The free Airtable does have a limit of how many photos, how many gigabytes of photos you can use. That's the only thing to keep in mind. If you go over that, you will have to delete some photos, or you will have to upgrade to a paid Airtable plan. But then you can see them here like this, which is great for showing clients. You can also take this a step further and make this searchable, so you could type in mermaid cookies and just see all the different mermaid cookies you made. That's for somebody a little bit more advanced. I don't have that set up in the system. That's something you can add yourself. So that is how to get started. Now, let's say you accidentally make a mistake, right? Let's say you're on cookies to bake and you see Mike Smith here and you meant to push that he made the dough, but instead we said that he's finished. So he's no longer on this view. He's disappeared from this view. And he's not in cookies to decorate view either because we said he's finished. So he'll be over here on the orders completed view. So I could go to the orders completed view because I know that I put him here, but I can't change him easily because I can't see the status because it's completed. So what I can do is I can go to expand and it'll be hidden. I just did this, so I apologize, but it'll be hidden. You just click there and I can now go and change the status to made dough. But let's change that back to finished right now. Let's say I don't remember what I pushed and I just know that that's not what I wanted to do. I can go to the master list right here and everything is always here in this master list. It's a little clunky, so it's not the best view to work from, but it has all the information. So I can find Mike Smith and now change him to we made the dough for him, and that will change it here in cookies to bake. Additionally, you can click this and there is an undo and a redo button. There's also a snapshot button. You can push this and take a snapshot and that will save everything the way it is. Now, as I mentioned, Airtable does have a limit on the number of records for a free account. So if you're going over that number, I believe it's about 1,200, you can either upgrade your Airtable account, it'll prompt you and you can pay for it, or you can simply start to delete these records that were already completed. So this is my master list. You might want to go to orders completed to delete it, but once you delete a record, it'll be deleted from every view. So you can do that, right click or whatever control if it is a Mac or whatever for PC, delete all selected records. I'm going to undo that because I'd like those records there for right now, but that's one thing you can do. You can also click these three buttons right here and you can download it as a CSV so that you have it on your computer. Do note these photos will not be downloaded, but you'll have all this information. It'll only be this view. So if you wanted, let's say only orders completed view, you'd click this one and then the three buttons. So that is how to save everything, and I hope you enjoy.